Greetings. So today, guys, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be talking about information about the current state of this game and the general state of gaming and just in general. So I want to thank you guys for joining me, and just going to start off by just giving some closure on this game for people that might be watching these videos or trying to figure out what this game is and everything. So basically, Scrap-Mechanic is a open world game that has survival and crafting elements included into it. The basic of the game pretty much is that you are a mechanic, crash lands on the planet, and your job is to go figure out what is causing the robots on the planet to go haywire. Okay. And within that setting, you have to survive. You can either build a base, and you also have to keep yourself fed and hydrated. Okay, so you have to build farms, and you have the option to build a base and things like that. And then the core part of that is building vehicles and contraptions and everything to go out and explore the world and gather resources. Okay, so the core gameplay loop concept for Scrap-Mechanic is decent. Okay, it has a great concept, and in my personal view, I haven't played many survival type games like this, but from what I've seen as observing them, Scrap-Mechanic has one of the best building systems that I've seen in any kind of crafting game, period, because it allows you to do things very specifically that you have that what's going on. So what I'm going to do is when we talk about the game, I'm going to talk about some of the positive stuff about the game, and then I'm going to also talk about a lot of the problems with the game, and including the developers of this game, Axolot. So I'm gonna continue as I continue with the positives. Is that one of the best things about the game is the crafting and the building aspects of the game, in my personal view. From all the crafting games I've seen that have crafting elements into them, like survivals, everything I've noticed is that you get prefabricated or pre-built parts that you have to snap down into these grid-based areas, and then you put them together. Well, Scrap-Mechanic doesn't do that. It allows you to actually build in very minute ways. The only obstacle you got in this game is that you can't really build on angles. Okay, and that's with certain contraptions, and definitely with bases and everything. You can't really build. Everything is on a grid, but you're not restricted to the grid except for the orientation of the building itself. Okay, or your structure itself. You have to make sure that it's that way. So that is cool. The farming element of the game I think is cool, and and what really ramps that up is the logic systems in the game. They're from the logic gates all the way down to the controllers, to the switches, to the buttons, to the pistons and sensors and all that stuff. These things allow for you to create automated systems. I've never seen a game do this kind of thing, and so it has some very, very smart and engaging elements like that really sets the game apart from a lot of survival games I've seen, including the actual setting and the premise. And the premise of the game is pretty simple and pretty straightforward. Funny. It's got some funny stuff going on to it, but the overall look of the game and the way it feels and everything is just it's got a really unique look. Now, with all that said, this game released some time ago. Okay, actually, before we get into that, let's talk more about the modes of the game. So as everybody knows, this game has some different modes. You got creative, we got survival, and then you have the challenge mode. Okay, so creative is open mode where you got access to all the parts in the game in an unlimited amount of number. You don't have to worry about it at all. Survival is a totally different game than creative. Okay, the feel, the look, and everything. If you play survival and you go into creative, you're gonna feel the difference in how survival plays over creative. Survival just plays much better than the creative mode. They have updated the creative modes somewhat, but they still feel like the original creative modes. And over this game is completely different. Okay, just doesn't feel the same as creative mode at all. So you have survival mode, which is the core game, where you have to where they drop you into a world, you make a seed, and you start off running around looking for your base, and then gathering your resources and getting your vehicles and stuff like that together, and all that everything like that. So And then you got your challenge mode, which is basically like it says, it's a bunch of setup challenges, 50 plus so challenges or so that you go through. You got to build vehicles, contraptions, and stuff like that to get through certain challenges and all. And that's pretty fun. So the game overall, as the concept and the things that they have going on, is decent. Okay, all right. Now, what are the backdraws of the game in total? Well, number one, the game's been in development. This is one of my pet peeves, and I got to just put it out there because every time I think about it, it really irritates me. This game's been in development for over 12 years or more, and it's becoming what I call the baby Star Citizen. Okay, it's not well known like Star Citizen at all, but it is definitely got that air of how long it's been in early access. And unfortunately, unlike Star Citizen, we don't know exactly what Axolot is actually made off this game. I think some people have reported on that, but I don't think those numbers are all fully correct. Okay, so they probably have some validity, but they're not probably all correct. So these guys have probably made a lot of money. Because understand, see, what people fail to realize about Axolot is that Axolot start off as a publisher first. Okay, they published, from my understanding, from my knowledge, researching this company, they started off publishing the game called Raft, which is complete. Okay, they're making millions off of that. Okay, they're using that to fund this game and that other game they got coming out. I think Wing Commander, whatever the hell it's called, something like that. You can see it on their website because they even updated their website and everything. If y'all don't know this, go check it out. They've updated the look and everything. They got a new game coming and everything. I think even one of the players in the on X had talked about this and actually put some information out showing that they were working on another game. So what the problem is this. Okay, this game has been out for over 12 years. They have done updates. They've made some changes. They've made slight improvements. But the problem with this is they've been far and few in between. And the biggest issue and the biggest fault with this company is communication. Communication. I don't understand what is going on with this company and what's going on with this game. The last time that we got anything serious from Axolot was eons ago. Okay, the dev blog. Okay, the dev blog that came out almost a year ago. Okay, we haven't had a dev blog updated since then. Okay, nothing. Not over in a year. We haven't had any information, and the dev blog was not very well received. Okay, by a lot of people. Okay, so the problem is that there it is right there. The communication with this company is absolute trash, and when they do communicate, it's always a issue where they want you to pat them on the back, congratulate them, and say, "Hey, yay, Ray, we waited for the game. We can't wait." That's what they want you to say. They never address any issues. Matter of fact, I have documentation of this where when early in the game, I had some serious issues. I even tagged these guys on at the time when it was Twitter. They responded to me, but never ever fixed the problem. Okay, and then they just stopped communicating completely with people. Okay, the only time, if you notice, that they'll communicate or do any kind of liking is if you kiss their ass. And I'm sorry to say it like that, but this is the truth. Go watch their posts. If you like the guy that was posting all the little 3D models of some of the the lift and some of the stuff like that. Oh, they love that kind of stuff. People posting cakes and stuff. They love that. But you criticize the game. You say, hey man, we got problems here. They don't want to hear that. They don't respond to it. Okay. They just recently got a community manager, and the community manager stopped. The CM stopped even communicating. Okay, when the last time we heard anything from him guys, nothing. And the last communication we got from Axolot was December. Way back there. That was in December. Okay, so we haven't gotten a communication from these guys since then, and all they want to do is sit there and waste people's time. This is the problem I got with companies like Axolot and these AAA game companies, and these even happen in AA, where you got these companies running around and they want you to buy their game, they want you to love them and everything, but then they don't respect your time. And it's like, well, okay, well, I don't care. And I hear this argument with people telling me that, oh, the game's only $20, man, so you should be quiet. It's okay. No, I don't need to be quiet. This is the problem with people, with gamers, okay? They expect, because you play a game and that you criticize it, that you, now automatically you need to stop playing it. No, that's not always the case. The fact that I'm sitting here complaining about the game means that I like the game and I want the game to succeed, okay? I told you there's a lot of positives. I got over 4,000 hours in this game, man. I got 2 accounts, one with 2,000 hours in it. So I got a lot of hours in this game. Okay, that's not the problem. Okay, the problem is the lack of communication. I've made fun of this game, and one of the major aspects, like I told you, is the logic. I guarantee if the logic was not in this game would not be as fun as it is, because you wouldn't be able to build these systems at the complexity that you would be able to do. Look at all the content that Khan and Durf and Brent Batch and all these guys have put out. Okay, over the course of Fant, 00 Fant, all these guys have put out the course because of how the game is designed with the logic system. I haven't seen this with any other kind of survival game except Scrap-Mechanic. Okay, this company knows this, but yet and still they treat the players like shit. I'm gonna be honest. They treat the players like shit. They don't respect your time. If they respected your time, they would be communicating. Okay, their Twitter account, Axolot Twitter account, they haven't updated that in almost 5 years. They just got around to updating the website. So what I'm saying is that, if you're going to be in early access like this, then you need to respect the player's time and talk to them and have a fucking community manager. I mean, these guys are making millions of dollars, and you can't put somebody out there and pay them a little bit of money to go talk to the clients and take the shit. I'm sorry, that's what it is. Okay. When a company puts out a game, okay, and it's not a negative thing, nobody asked for that game, okay? You're putting out a game, asking people to say, hey, man, look at my game. I want you guys to buy it. Check it out, blah, 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 blah. Nobody asked for a scrap mechanic. Nobody even knew the game was being made. Then they put the game out, and then when they put the game out and it's not up to par doing what it's supposed to do, then they don't respond. They want you to be a beta tester, take your money, and not even talk to you, not even fix the problems. How long has it been, guys, since this game has been out, where we got vehicles in this game that slide on hills? The slightest hill you put it on, everybody knows this. Well, and they even talked about this, and I got receipts on this in a Twitter post where they said they don't even know what's going on with that. What do you mean you don't know what's going on? Are you going to try to fix it? What have you done? The only thing they've done is small little updates with mods, fixing certain little small things I hear. Like they updated the thing where you can now pick up chests without the paint going away. It's a little small. That's small quality of life stuff, but the performance issues are bad. The content is bad. This game has been out for years now, and we have very little content in survival at all. Very little. Okay. No new enemies. No new garment boxes. We don't have any new foods for the cook bot. They couldn't do any of these little kind of small updates or quality life updates while they were doing this at all, or communicate this to people in any kind of way. But they get up there and tell you, oh, we sorry, 2024, we tried. Really? No, you didn't. If you did try, my friends, you would be communicating with your base. This is the major problem, guys, with gaming and these developers. And it's not, and I keep hearing this thing that, okay, everybody need to go to AA. Okay, that's fine. Yes, a lot of AA games out here like this and Shrouded and a bunch of other games out there, they do well. But those developers have some kind of respect for the players. Too many times have we seen how many games on Steam right now have been in early access for eons or have been totally abandoned. Everybody knows this. The EA space and this whole space that's going on is absolute trash, okay? And it's ridiculous. This is why a lot of people don't like to buy EA games anymore or support these companies, because every time we turn around, we don't know if we're going to get a Star Citizen. We don't know if we're going to get a damn scrap mechanic or some other kind of crap that's been out there. I forget a lot of these other games. It's this crap. The early access model should be a minimal time limit for you to get your game out there, test the bugs. I don't mind being beta tester if I got to pay for a game. I should be getting paid for that. Okay, honestly, I shouldn't have to pay you to beta test your game. But I digress on that one. I don't mind paying a little $20-$30 for a game to beta test your game for you, but but I want you to respect my motherfucking time, okay? And at the same and also give me constant update. Respect my time. I don't understand why these companies find this hard to do or hard to manage. If you're a small company, then communicate more. Even if you're a big company. If you're smaller, it's even more important that you communicate. But this company does not want to do that. It wants you to kiss their ass. Period. Every post they put out, they never apologize. Oh, sorry guys, we were being late. We got some content coming, man. We're sorry we haven't been communicating. You don't ever hear that. They never apologize. They never talk about for instance, No Rest for the Wicked just released. Okay? That company has the game has gotten a lot of mixed reviews, a lot of negative reviews and everything. And the CEO has come out and said, hey man, as we hear you. We hear you. Where is Capsa? The guy running this company, they're supposed to be running this company. Where is he at? He don't talk to nobody. He don't mention nothing. None of this at all. We don't even know who's posting on Twitter. We don't even know the damn team. If you notice that a lot of these small indie developers, they want to get to know you. They put themselves out there. Steam has a developers broadcasting channel. When has Axolot ever used that channel to broadcast his game, to advertise it, to promote any kind of update? I've never seen them do it, guys. Everybody's seen this. What is going on? And then nobody wants to hold Axolot to account. Every time, for the longest time I was on Twitter, when it was before Elon got to it, every time I would turn around and getting on in and I would say something about the game, it'd be some shill up there telling myself, oh man, it's okay, man. Game is hard, man. Give me a break. And all this other stuff. That's ridiculous. Gaming is hard. Building rockets is hard. Building automated cars, building cars that drive themselves like Elon is hard. Building so people can live in is hard. A lot of things are. People make this excuse like that's supposed to give people a pass for being assholes and not communicating. They tend to forget that making games is hard. Or is it really? Okay, well, building a house is hard, but if I got a client to ask me to build a deck, do I not communicate with the client and tell her, oh, why you haven't talked to me? Or is building the deck is hard, ma'am? She gonna be like, no, you need to talk to me about what you're doing. This makes no sense. And who blames? It's the customers. The customers blame it. The people go out there and shit. Now, I make content for this game and push the game because I love the game. And I think I got unique stuff that I've built that I want to share with the public. And people that are into this game. Okay. But I'd be damned if I'm gonna sit here and let the publisher sit here and do shit like not communicate or put out a post that they did recently telling about someone, oh, we sorry 2024 when they haven't communicated in over a year in a dev blog. And then people put up with this. Finally, as I started watching the post on X, people started to get a change of heart now. I don't hear this shilling like it used to be. More people are like, they are pissed, as they should be. It makes no sense, guys, and people need to stop putting up with it. This is going on all through gaming. Not only do we have developers not respecting your time, okay, they're shitting on you even more by putting in DEI and SEG type policies into their fucking games. Sweet Baby Inc. Okay, look at what happened with Star Wars Outlaws. You know what I'm saying? They do not care about you. This is what the problem is, and we need to hold these guys to account. If I paid $20, I don't give a damn if I paid $1 for this game. Okay, and if I pay $1 and you advertise all this stuff to be like it is, then it should be like what it is. I don't give a damn if it's an early access or not. If you know this, then you should communicate. When was the last time they updated their early access policy on their Steam page? Go check it out. It's the same shit that they had almost 20,000 years ago. We got to stop this. Let's check this out right here. This update. This update was in 2022. 2022 was the last update that we really got. What is going on? You see what I'm saying? But when they, I guarantee you, coming up here very soon, they're gonna post and they're gonna want you to be excited. Oh man, hey guys, we okay, we here. They're not gonna say nothing. They're not gonna apologize for not communicating. They're not gonna say nothing. They can't even put out a roadmap, my friends. They can't even put out a roadmap. Are you serious? That makes no sense. You can't even put out a roadmap to some kind of pictures or something like that. Oh, I guess the dev blogs act like the roadmap. No, it doesn't. You don't give no timelines. You don't talk about nothing or none of this stuff. And I know what they're trying to do. They're trying to avoid anybody talking shit about them by putting out timelines. They've even said it. Oh, we want to make sure our game is to the. Okay, listen. I understand that you want to put out a game that has less problems and everything, but you already got that. The initial release of this game was buggy. It had problems and everything. So what are you talking about? You're not giving people even the quality of life stuff just to help improve. What are you doing? And you want to come out and put out this whole, and I guarantee you, all that time it took to develop, they're gonna have core problems, core issues. They haven't even told you. I'm sorry, guys, I bumped the mic. They haven't even told you that if you're gonna be able to keep your whole save, like this game I've been playing, that I've been doing my videos on. I don't even know if I'm gonna be able to keep all the stuff that I've built without having to restart a whole new game and start the fuck over. They haven't even told you that. They won't even guarantee that, and they even talked about it. This is what I'm talking about, and nobody holds them to account about it, man. All I keep hearing is a shilling, people making content for him, like Scrap-Man. I like Scrap-Man, but it's something weird about that guy. And with this game, honestly, think about it, guys. Think about this. I don't like to really talk about content creators, and I like Scrap-Man's content, but you got to think about this. When we complain, all us complain about the performance and stuff like this about the game, the quality of life issues and everything, the lack of communication and everything, they don't listen. But when Scrap-Man and when they were putting out the dev blogs almost 2.5, 3 years ago, Scrap-Man went out there and asked for them to put in wedges when they were talking about all this new stuff they were going to add to the game. And sure enough, strangely enough, the Axolot responded to these guys and made a whole campaign called the Wedge Gang thing and made the wedges as those people requested. That was all promoted by Scrap-Man. So what is going on here? But anybody else like Durf, or somebody else get on here and he gets annoyed, Khan, that's been making content for this game for years, some really good content, Axolot don't even listen to this boy. They don't even talk to him. I mean, I don't know what's going on. He posts right there. I don't understand this. It makes no sense to me, man. I know it sounds like I'm ranting, but I'm not. It's bullshit. Most companies out here know that they rely on content creators. For instance, No Rest for the Wicked, and some of these other games, they have affiliate programs and key programs for you to get into it, so they can give you a fucking code key so you can go out there and start live streaming the game so you can do. They don't even do that. And they know for a fact that Khan and Durf and all these other Zero Fant has commented on their posts. He's one of the biggest content creators out there as far as mods goes. They don't even listen to this man. He's even offered to help them with program. They don't even listen to him. You know they're making money. They just post up on their website the way their office look. Go look at the office. Look like some down in town in Manhattan somewhere. They got money. They just not communicating because they feel like they got our money, they got a fan base, and they know for a fact people are not really going anywhere. So they say, "What the hell with the customer? We're gonna make the money anyway." This is exactly what I'm thinking. How those guys? I don't know. I'm not there with them. But when you see the actions, what else are you supposed to say? This is getting ridiculous. This is out of control. What I want us to do, man, as gamers, is to stop putting up with this stuff and stop voting with your money. When I bought this game, okay, I had never ever experienced an early access game. I had never bought all those other early access stuff. I saw this game, and even when I first bought it, I didn't start playing it until almost a year after that or so because I got distracted, had some other stuff going on. I had never played an early access game. And I'd be damned if I did not almost get burned, if I haven't really gotten burned by this company with the early access experience. And then every time I turned around, I would hear about EA, and it was just absolute trash. Very, very few games in EA actually come out with some kind of positive outcome. Very few of them. There was a report about this, a study done about this, about how many games are still in early access or have never made it out of it, never been complete, or been completely abandoned. What is going on? That's the problem with early access. Is just absolutely no guarantee, and they want you to pay money for it. It's just $20. This is the excuse for bad behavior. Okay, so if I go to Chick-fil-A or McDonald's somewhere and the burger only costs me $2, me as the clerk behind the counter, do I get to say "fuck you, sir, have a nice day"? Do I get to talk to you like shit because the burger costs $2? No, you're not gonna put up with that. Exactly. You're not going to have somebody behind the counter tell me something, "Fuck you, have a nice day, sir." You're not going to put up with that. Okay, it's the same thing with these game companies. Why would y'all put up with that when you paid $20 and they got millions of players? This game had 47,000 players when Survival came out. 47, what are they at now? 1,000 concurrent players daily. The game is dead. At the core, guys, the game is dead. 1,000 people, it's 1,000 players. That's worldwide. Worldwide, that's 1,000 players, bro. Come on. And you can't tell me that the people, the shareholders or investors, whoever's helping that, whatever's going on, are actually sitting there telling something. Oh yeah, we happy about that. No, you can't be. It's ridiculous, man. So all I want to do, guys, was give closure on that and just talk about the state of gaming and what the fuck is going on. This DEI, this SEG, okay, these companies running around thinking they can just treat people like trash, staying in early access for eons on end, okay, and just taking their sweet ass time making games. Making games is tough. Yes, it is. The processes and everything now, the methods and everything have gotten more complicated. Everybody comprehends this. Nobody really needs to be a gamer to understand that. And when I hear this, man, all the time, to me that used to be a case at one time, like maybe in the early stages of gaming, like when gaming started to revamp up in the early NES and PlayStation eras and stuff like that. When stuff was, but as gamers, as the internet has gotten out there and gamers have gotten more smart, gamers are technical, very, very smart people. We don't necessarily have to be a fucking game developer to understand what the process is of gaming because we play your fucking games. So we're basically playing the process of how you created it. So we know how these games go. You guys go out here and you talk at these GDCs. You tell us about game development. We got so much information at the tip of our fingers now about how games are made. Some of the people out there don't make games are smarter than the fucking motherfuckers that actually do make games. Look at the shit that's going on. The microtransactions, okay? Single player games with fucking microtransactions and shit like that. Come on. I mean, and we're supposed to sit here and put up with that. I'm tired of it. And all the other gamers should be too, particularly with this company here. This game is awesome, man. I have a lot of fun with it. I put many hours in it. I've loved trying to solve the problems and create these little contraptions and everything that I've shared with you guys. I got a lot more that I want to share. But we got to start holding this company to damn an account, man, for real. That's just what it is. Period. Honestly. I don't see enough people doing it, man. And the more people keep doing this, the more people keep hitting up Axolot like this, they'll start paying attention. Let the player count get down to like 50. Okay? On SteamDB. Let it get down to 50. They'll pay attention then. It's near there now. It's ridiculous. This is what needs to happen, man. Start voting with you. I haven't put out any content for this game in a minute. Why? Because I'm looking at it like I got content, but the reason why people not watching the videos is because the game is not as popular as it used to be anymore. This is what Scrap, all these other guys. You notice that SCRAP-MECHANC, they stopped making content. Why? Because this company stopped making content, updates and everything. They stopped giving a fuck. So it's just what it is, man. So anyway, guys, that's all I wanted to talk to you guys about and show you some of those things and everything and all, and have some gameplay going in the background with you guys today, because I didn't have any actual stuff that I've recorded for what I've done in the world, but I got a lot more coming. So you guys be patient. And like I said, I'm gonna keep covering this game, man, because I complain about the game don't mean I don't like it. And I just talked about all the stuff and everything that I really appreciate about the game. And listen, to the credit of the team of Axolot, those guys work hard. Programming, the art, that stuff, they're not dumb people. They're not smart people. And I can see that they got a lot of care and love for this game that they're creating here. But the problem is, man, that if you got a player base like me and everybody else that actually love your game, people like Khan making content for days on end, then respect that. Communicate. It's not that difficult. You have a major platform called X. You barely use it. You only talk about it when you want somebody up there to rub your back. You're doing a good job, Axolot. You're doing a good job. We love you. That's all y'all want. You don't want the criticism. You don't want nobody telling you, "Oh no, man, this is terrible, this is terrible," and you're not responding to anybody's feedback. This is not the way to run a company. You know what I'm saying? It's not the way to handle your customers. It's not good PR. Anyway, You guys take care. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for listening to me rant about the state of the gaming industry. And everybody knows what I'm talking about. I'm not the only one putting out this stuff. As Geeks and Gamers, Critical Drinker, Valiant Renegade, all these boys out here, they're telling you the entire entertainment industry is absolute trash. Okay. It is. And we as consumers need to start using our dollars and voting with that. Okay, anyway, much love to you guys. I got some videos coming for you. Take care and love your families. Peace.